Bro, do you know the oh god. Dude, going out to eat with conservatives like during COVID or right after COVID was like the most stressful thing in the world because you never had any idea how much they were about to fucking embarrass you. Does anybody did okay. Was I just with crazy people? Maybe that's just because of the events I went to and they were like the conservative like political people. Maybe they were crazy. Does anybody know conservatives that like would make the scan to bring up the menu into like some kind of fucking political statement? Like, oh my God. It was like the most anxiety inducing thing is going to a restaurant with a conservative after COVID and you go to sit down and it's like, oh, scan here for the menu. And it's like, okay. And they're like, actually, I would prefer a real menu. And it's like, you can tell for them, it's like a big deal. Like they're making a huge fucking stand right now to try to fight for the survival of paper menus because it's the most important fucking thing in the world. Oh my God. And I'm like, bro, just use you can literally order on your fucking phone. Like what, we don't have to tip or anything. Like why the fuck do you? And they're like, I actually want to see a real menu. Oh my God. Like if you were to just label something, you could make conservatives not fat. If you just called sugar like COVID sustenance or whatever, they would stop eating it. They'd be like, oh, the government is just trying to efficiently deliver calories. I don't believe in sugar. Like it's just so, like you're struggling against everything. My God, it must be exhausting to feel like you're on some righteous crusade against every single thing in the world. Holy shit. What's wrong with conservatives? I thought they were letting go of racism. Remember people presenting health exemption cards to avoid wearing a mask? Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, everybody had some fucking autoimmune disease or everybody had some crazy fucking, I'm dying, I'm suffocating. These are the same people who are like, yeah, work the trades. And if I had to, I would go into a fucking burning building to save a true American patriot from illegal immigrants starting fires because I'm a fucking man. But like the mask was like, actually, I have a card, and if I put this on, I can't facilitate gas exchange, and I will die. Actually, the mask is, well, actually hurts me so much. And it's like, bro, are you serious right now? I can understand QR menus for places with lines, but at a sit down with a server, why wouldn't they have paper menus that you can interact with and ask questions about? Like, imagine trying to zoom in on your phone or shoving it into the waiter's face. You can ask them if the mac and cheese comes with a side or not. I think it just, honest to God, I think it depends. I don't do enough shitting on workers here. I shit on you guys for being rich and pretending to be workers, but I don't shit on actual workers. The thing is that because I worked in service, I usually tend to align with the employees, and I fucking hate the customer. I hate customers. God, I hate customers when you're in a service environment. But there are a lot of dog employees too, okay, that are worth calling out. And I have so many grievances. Really with everybody. Like here's one. If I go to a restaurant and we're placing an order, can you just humor me and pretend that you're writing something down? Because I understand that some of you can remember it, but some of you can't, and I don't know why you try. Like I get so much anxiety when I'm especially if I'm out with friends. I see a server come into a table with like 7 people and they're like, "Oh no, go ahead, just say it. I'll remember." No, you won't. You're not going to remember. Because 2 of my friends have some crazy weird fucking exceptions. They want like mayo on half the bun and they want like lettuce on the outside of the sandwich. Like you don't just pretend to write it down. So I'm not stressed about how much shit you're about to fuck up or how many times you're going to have to run back and say, oh wait, did you want this or that? It's like, just pretend to write it down. Humor me. That would be annoying. A second thing that would be annoying is, or that is annoying. I don't know if I'm just an asshole. No, not an asshole. I don't know how you describe me. If I've been to the restaurant before, okay, I know what I want. When I sit down, I'm ready to do drinks. I'll tell you what type of water I want. I'll do drinks. I'll place my orders. I'm ready to go. I don't need my server to do 15 different stops at my table before we're allowed to order food. Like, what? Like, we're all sitting down, and then the server comes up and he's like, oh, what kind of water would you like? And it's like, oh, yeah, tap, sparkling, or their expensive bottled water. And like, okay, I'll go grab that, and then I'll come back and get drinks. Like, wait. Why not just do the drinks? We know what we want to drink. Okay, let's just do this at the same time. Does this have to be like 3 separate trips? And then the thing is if you let them do their own thing, you end up You end up having like a 5-minute wait between things. Like they'll bring all the water and then they'll disappear. And it'll be like, ugh. And then they'll finally come back like, oh, can I grab drinks for you? It's like, I just want to order and be done with this. Destiny, just ask. I always ask. I ask right at the very beginning. When they seat you initially, it depends on how nice the restaurant is. But you ask the guy that takes your drink order, are you the same? Are you our server? Because sometimes people will do what, like sometimes, I don't think the host will, but there'll be people that seat you that will do water, but they don't actually do, they're not like your waiter. But if they do everything, I was like, yeah, we can do everything. But you also have to be careful because you might have that friend with you. And we all know that friend. That friend is when we sit down and the server's like, oh, because you've been chatting for 15 minutes because that's how long it takes them to finally get around to your fucking table, okay? And then they're like, there's like 6 of you, and like, oh, you guys ready to order? And your one friend will be like, oh, I don't know what I want yet. And it's like, how about one? How about you shut the fuck up? Because there's 5 of us here that can order while you're still deciding. I don't know what you're looking at, okay? I don't know if you're reading Moby Dick over there or what you have to peruse on this menu, what kind of life-altering decisions you're making right now, okay, that it's taking you so fucking long to order probably the same that you got last time or copying one of our orders, right? And then you'll sit there and you'll wait. So rude. What if they were interested in the conversation? Then you say, hey, give me 1 minute. Let me figure out what I want to eat. And then you finish the conversation after, or you continue the conversation after. You don't need to waste everybody's fucking time at the table, okay? Especially when we're sitting here for 10 minutes. And the guy's like, what do you want? Oh, I haven't even looked at your menu yet. Oh, that's crazy because, you know, we're in a restaurant where you're supposed to sit down and order fucking food and eat. We could talk outside, motherfucker. I didn't come in here to sit here all day while you figure out what you want at the menu. So, me. Are you the type of person who's coaxing your friends to leave immediately once you see that everyone's done eating? It depends on how busy the restaurant is. If the restaurant's busy, then yeah, let's get the fuck out. We don't need to sit here all day and waste a top for some other server that could be making money while other people are outside waiting. Get the fuck out. I am the guy that tells the server, order me whatever you eat here because the workers know the secret memes. You know what the worst type of guy is? Thrash95. It's the person who needs 10 minutes to look at the menu, and after they look at it, they go, what do you recommend? And then they just order that. Why the f did you wait to read the menu? Why not just ask that immediately? Why not just say, hey, here's the menu back. I don't even need it. Just throw in whatever the f you want, and I'll be good with it. A lot of server things that seem to not make sense to you are a result of other customers freaking the f out over doing that same thing. I worked in a restaurant for 2 years. 3 years? 2 years? 1.5 years? I don't even know. My life is a blur to me. I know the memes, okay? I hate employees and customers. I hate them all. My 28-year-old communist retard sister started crying when we were in Paris because my dad didn't tip the waiter. I bet wherever you were, I bet they took tips. Europeans lie about that shit all the time. Europeans are like, oh, we're so good in Europe. We don't fucking do tips here. Oh. But if you go to any major European city, you better fucking believe they've got that tip line at the bottom of the bill for you. Or at least every major European city I've ever been in. Europeans. At least, however, in Europe, it's like a consensual... In Europe, they kind of get you with like... It's like consensual, the tipping, as opposed to in America where they... you with it and they give you the machine. I've already complained about this. It's when they give you the machine and it says like 135% and then you immediately understand, oh, this is for second tip. This is the extra tip. I can't believe the audacity. Kill me. And I pay the full price every time because I'm a cuck. I'm an actual tip cuck.